He is the most talked about man in history. The writings about him still outsell all other books every year. 1/3 of the world claim to live by his teachings. He healed the sick, he raised the dead. He amassed a huge following, but was given the death sentence despite being innocent. He rose from the dead and now sits at the right hand of God the Father. Please welcome Jesus Christ. You were born in a stable in the year 0 AD. This was because a census required your parents to travel to the town of your father's birth, and there was no room at the inn. But the reason for your birth goes back right to the beginning of time. So, to hear about this, please welcome Adam and Eve.
We knew firsthand how much God hated sin and the consequences of disobeying.
Me and Adam, well, we had sinned and we had everything. He told us not to, and I feel really sorry, and I know that we had sinned. And well, I had a very hard time having the baby.
Yeah, God's holy and he can't have anything to do with sin, so yeah, we were really devastated.
I know how hard it is to be tempted, as I came to earth as a human being and I had all the same temptations as everybody else. So I know how hard it is. But I just want you to try and lead perfect lives.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adam and Eve. This next guest was a good carpenter like you, Jesus. In fact, God instructed him to build an enormous ark so that he and his family could survive a worldwide flood for 40 days and 40 nights. Please welcome Noah!
Noah!
So Noah, what was your experience of mankind on earth?
Pretty bad, I have to say. I'm not surprised that God took a drastic measure of sending a flood. Although, I guess it wouldn't have been practical to keep destroying Earth again and again. That's where you came in, Jesus, I suppose.
I guess so.
Okay, I'm off to build a giant jet ski for me and Mrs. Noah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Noah! Our next two guests are both prophets who predicted the birth of Jesus. Please welcome Isaiah and Micah.
Oh, come from the other side of heaven, all the way.
A long journey.
Yeah,
long
got
journey.
here instantly, though.
Yeah. Oh, really? It's very quick.
So good transport.
So it seems you predicted the birth of Jesus to be correct.
Yeah. I mean, all that suffering servant stuff, I got it bang on. Yeah, pretty cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty good. High five.
Yeah. Sorry about suffering.
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
That's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, back in the day, I mean, it was the news which we wanted to hear. I mean, and it's just been great to see you grow up and do what exactly God wanted you to do, and we're very proud of you. And I just want to say, well done on behalf of the whole Old Testament.
I think it was quite hard to rise again from being dead.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, Isaiah and Micah. Please welcome the donkey. Isn't it great we can understand donkeys in heaven?
I know.
So, how was your journey to Bethlehem? That's very understandable. And was Mary heavy? Thought so. And now welcome our next guest, the shepherds.
Yeah! Shepherds! Good to see you guys.
So shepherds, what's your story?
There was this guy full of angels, and they said, "Do not be afraid." But like, we were.
Pretty scary.
Yeah.
And how shocked were you to find Jesus in the stable?
Wow. Don't get me started, people. It was so amazing. It was just like, wow, I'm faced the most beautiful baby in the world.
Quite a special moment.
But no offense, a stable.
Well, I had to make sure I was humble. I didn't want to be born in a big fancy palace, because...
True that.
Bye. The dead come.
And now, welcome our next guest, Mary Magdalene. So Mary, please tell us about your amazing experience.
Wow. I went to roll the stone over to put perfume on his dead body, but he wasn't there. So I went to go see the gardener, and
That's what you thought.
But you couldn't tell at first sight. So what did you do afterwards?
I ran and told everybody that Jesus was alive.
And I've heard that they didn't believe you. So Jesus, no one believed that you were alive.
Well, at first, when Mary went to tell them that I'd been resurrected, they didn't believe me. But when I came myself and showed them these holes in my hands, they believed me in the end.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Paul the Apostle.
Right. Long time no see.
Paul, you're quite an important man.
I mean, say so.
And I've heard you wrote most of the New Testament.
Thanks for that, by the way. I did a bit of that, I'm not going to lie.
But you haven't always believed.
No, man, I mean, there used to be these guys, and they were like, kind of like, it was just kind of ticking me off, if you know what I mean, you know? And it's like, what's that all about?
But then you found out the truth?
I did. It was like a vision, and I saw. And so I just went out, and I started preaching, and it was amazing. And I went to Jamaica, I went to Istanbul, I went to Germany, went everywhere pretty much. And then I finally, you know, you see the church growing, and it's amazing. And it's for you.
Amen.
Yeah.
Give it up for Paul! Jesus Christ, that was your life. And it's still making an impact today.
Word up.
Stephen, TV.
Hi, Mr. J.
Which